Yasas, Kalisorisate, Menelo Martin, Matheno Elenika. Anybody else learning Greek? Anybody else? Raise your hand. Who is learning Greek? What's your most difficult word? Mine is prosopikotita. I think it means personality. Very good. Anyways, I'm not here to speak Greek. My Greek is not good enough yet. I'm here to talk about a project we have in Exness that is called This Is It, or This Is IT, if you like. Do you remember when you were 16 and trying to figure out what to do in life? It was difficult, right? You had no idea. As you asked your parents, you asked your teachers, family, and you probably also asked your student guidance counselor. Do you remember this guy? I think, yes, I think very few of us got any good advice, unfortunately. And it seems to be a universal gap here. This is me when I was 16. As you can see, I was completely clueless. Look at this guy, completely lost. What am I going to do with my life? Thank you. I put the picture through ChatGPT and asked it to make me 38 years older. And it's pretty scary what they do with only that information in that photography. This is low tech, I realize that, but still, I think you can see, and we all realize, that the world has changed since we were 16. Whether you're 54 or 25, AI and IT isn't the future anymore. It's here. It's the present. So if you're not actively building knowledge in yourself or collectively building knowledge in the next generation of talent, you're not standing still. You're moving backwards, faster and faster. It's a global issue, but how do we help to fix this in Cyprus? One way is to help local students to become more interested in IT and AI. It will not only benefit the students, it will benefit Cyprus. It will be an even better place for IT companies, which will generate more growth and more welfare for the Cyprus society. But how do you do this? We have developed a concept in Exness that we think works towards this goal. It's called This Is It, as I just mentioned. And what we do is we take our Cypriot employees and ask them to go back to their high schools and tell the story about their journey into AI and IT. It's not a lecture. Nobody likes a lecture, right? It's a conversation, a story from someone who sat in those exact same chairs, in those same classrooms not too long ago. We add some general information about AI. I need to scroll this up so I can see my notes here. And about AI, about IT, but it should be the presenter's own story, their personal story. And the extra dimension here is, of course, that they get to tell it to their past selves. So they know the audience very well, and the audience can immediately identify with the presenters as students, as former students of the same school. This is somebody I would have listened to when I was 16 if I would have to ask for what to do in life, and I suspect that many of you would feel the same. This is what it looks like.
Όταν ήμουν μικρή, βασικά όταν με ρωτούσαν τι ήθελα να γίνω όταν μεγαλώσω, πάντα έλεγα ότι ήθελα να γίνω η πρώτη γυναίκα πρόεδρος της Δημοκρατίας. Ναι.
This year, we presented in 15 schools, a bit more than last year, and the concept seems to work because we keep getting re-invited. It seems like it's a win-win-win-win. The students like it because they get a rare insight on what it is to work in an international IT company. They get a good feel for what it is. The school and the teachers and the Ministry of Education like it because they get to enable career advice from a multinational IT company, free of charge. And the employee presenters like it because they get to practice the presentation skills and they get to give back to their society. It's actually quite emotional for them to go back to the previous high school. They sit in the same chair, talk to their previous teachers, and they go to the schoolyard where they used to hide and smoke or kiss the first girl or boy or whatever. So they keep wanting to do it again. And Exness as a company like it because we get some goodwill, hopefully some better government relations, some branding. And we also, of course, hope that in the future this will generate even more IT workers in Cyprus that we can recruit from. But we also like it because it's cheap. We only have to invest in a central speaking coach and some presentation support and some time, and off we go. Make sure you tell your CFO this if you go back and pitch it, because it's a good selling point, I know by experience. And perhaps most importantly, we get the chance to shape Cyprus in the right direction. As an expat company and as expat myself, I think it's our duty to do so. We all live here, right? It's a great place, so we should all support it. If you agree with this and if you like this concept, you're hereby invited to do the next phase together with us. We want to invite you to continue the project together with us on equal footing. Just imagine the impact we can have if we would tenfold the amount of presentations and do it year after year after year. We can turn a spark of interest, which we have now, into something much, much bigger, into a nationwide movement, actually. So how do we do this? We want us to stay within the current concept and use Cypriot employees that goes back to the high school. It's very powerful. They should tell their story. But to this, you can add general IT knowledge, information about AI, and information about your own company as you see fit. We sign up a central presentation coach that will assure quality, and they will be briefed on the format to make sure the presentation stays within the format. Using the coach will be mandatory to assure quality, but the number of sessions that you use them is, of course, up to you. Presentations in Greek and presentations in predominantly Greek schools should be prioritized. That's the core demography. That's where we think we can make the most of an impact. But of course, we can add some English-speaking schools to this as well. It's very simple to execute. In May, we sent a joint letter to all schools, hopefully supported by the Ministry of Education, telling what we're going to do and what we offer. In summer, you localize your employees who is Cypriot and went to local high schools, and you inspire them to go there and talk about IT. If you need help, myself and my colleague Zoe will come and rally the troops and help you out. In summer, you also contact those schools, make a first contact, and then in September, you start planning the actual presentations. And of course, we will, each company will be responsible, for their own presentations and any activation they do or any marketing. The only requirement is that they stay within the, under the branding, this is it. And participating companies just keep each other informed of where they do the booking, so we avoid double booking, and later on we'll plan some really nice joint activations of what we're doing depending on the popularity of this. I think it can be really powerful. That's it, or that is IT if you like. If you like it, talk to me or my colleague Zoe, and we will make it happen. Thank you. Ευχαριστώ.